Hello, hello everyone! Welcome to another day of drawing! Pain, Nelly, Lexa, Lapia, so many names. So, I was thinking today we would start out with the warm-up that we learned yesterday. And then we'll hop into the new exercise after that. So we'll do 15 minutes of plotted perspective just to make sure that I linked it in the chat as well. Um, Also, I got a new camera, so you can actually see what I'm drawing now. Big quality. So I'll set a timer for 15 minutes and then we will do plotted perspective until then. Luxuck says we need split screen. Split screen of what? What would be on the other screen? You want a split screen view of my socks? Well, if you insist. Here you go. Hello, Juno. We are doing plotted perspective for 15 minutes as warm-up. Welcome back, boy. Thanks for censoring those swear words. We're doing plotted perspective as warm-up today. Alright, that was 15 minutes warm up with plotted perspective. We will now hop over to today's lesson, which is rough perspective.
Next, we're tackling the rough perspective. So in this one, we are not using a ruler except for your horizon and your frames. So basically all of the lines constructing our boxes are freehand. So again, we're going to have our page, and we are drawing our frames just like with the plotted perspective one.
Wow, he's so good at making straight lines.
And we draw a horizon. So this exercise is to be done in 1 point perspective. I've seen some people try and do it in 2 point, and I always chastise them for it because the instructions say 1 point, so do it in 1 point. If you do it in 2, it's going to make the exercise a little bit more muddy. The point of the exercise is to learn to estimate the angle of your lines so that they converge towards a certain vanishing point. If you're doing it towards 2, it kind of just dilutes the effectiveness of what you're doing, because we want to focus all on converging towards 1 point. So because it's 1 point, that means that our horizontals and our verticals are parallel in the standard way. Our horizontals run perfectly parallel to the horizon line, and our verticals run perfectly perpendicular to it. So we can just draw out some rectangles. And again, we are not drawing cubes. Remember, you'll be doing this freehand using the ghosting method, so you'll actually be drawing your points, ghosting back and forth. I am using some Photoshop trickery for speed's sake, because I don't want to make these videos too long. So let's say we've got these rectangles out here. Now all we have to do is kind of figure out how we are going to make them go back towards the vanishing point. Now I don't want to plot a line all the way back. What I want to do is I want to put out my next point so that it kind of goes off towards the vanishing point. I'm kind of estimating, but I'm really just trying to eyeball this. Maybe here. And if you ever find that you are in a position where you don't know what the next line you want to draw is going to be, don't just guess. This exercise requires no guesswork beyond how you're aligning your lines to the vanishing point. If you don't know where your line needs to go, then you aren't thinking through it enough. So there are 3 major behaviors for your lines, and it depends on which part of the box you are drawing, or which line of the box you are drawing. If you are drawing a horizontal line, like I said, all horizontal lines run parallel to the horizon line. If you're drawing a vertical one, they run perpendicular to the horizon line. And all other lines, like the depth lines of the box, will converge towards the vanishing point. That's the tricky part of this exercise. So we do know that this one wants to be straight. I'm doing a shitty job because I'm not rotating my page.
Oop, Control Z. Bad.
So as always, since you're using the ghosting method here, you are fully expected to be rotating your page to make those angles of approach as comfortable as possible. You'd think I wouldn't mispronounce that word, considering how it's my favorite word in the world, or at least uncomfortable is. So I'm going to finish off this one box, and then I'm just going to move on to the next stage of this exercise, because I don't want to take too much time, and I'm hungry. Alright, so now that we've done some of these boxes, the next step, and I prefer that you do this after you've completed a full page of rough perspective box exercises, meaning like several frames worth. The next thing I want you to do is take a pen of a different color and actually take these lines and extend them out towards, like with a ruler, not freehand. Extend them out like this, towards the vanishing point. Well, let's do that in a different layer. No, don't delete it. So extend it out towards the horizon line. And do this for every single depth line, meaning the ones that are intended to go towards the vanishing point. So what this shows you is just how far off your estimations are, and not only that, but also where you tend to make more mistakes of this sort. So like I said before, we are not expecting to be able to do perfect work. We are getting the gist of what we're supposed to be aiming for. And in this case, we can see more clearly where our mistakes tend to happen. So as you can see, I have a shit ton of mistakes. I've made a lot of blunders in terms of estimating what my angle should be in order to converge towards the vanishing point. And this really brings it to light. So one thing that I don't want you to do here is don't see what the line would have been had you actually drawn it correctly. I mean, it's somewhat useful, but the extending your lines towards the horizon line approach is way more effective, because you can actually tell just how much of a distance there is between where you should have been and where you were. So being able to compare your mistake and what would have been correct is much more valuable. So for this exercise, again, fill up your frame with boxes, and then fill up your page with frames of these boxes, and then upon the completion of each page, go back and apply this correction method with a different colored pen or pencil or whatever. And don't be upset if you find that you made a lot of mistakes, because it's completely normal. When we approach this, we tend to have our estimation of perspective drift as especially as we move further out towards like away from the vanishing point. And so doing this will both inform you on what your mistakes are and show you what you need to improve on.
Alrighty. Now on to the written instructions. Take it away, Skilla.
So, rough perspective. Now that we've gotten used to vanishing points in a direct, explicit fashion, let's look at removing those training wheels and trying to estimate our convergences a little. You'll find this pattern to my approach. I'll introduce certain tools and tricks and steadily take them away as we strip these concepts back to their core. Right, I might do 2 days. I might just do it all today. I don't know. I feel all right. Um, we'll see how I feel after the first one though. As before, draw a frame on the page and a horizon across it, place a single vanishing point on it this time, as we'll be working in 1 point perspective. Ugh. You can place this vanishing point somewhere more central. It doesn't need to be dead center, but don't put it too far off to the side either. You may use a ruler or straight edge for this. Every line after this point should be freehand using the ghosting method. So to make the plane that we're going to draw in, we can use a ruler. But everything else, we ghost. So where the plotted perspective had us start off with the edge we were facing, this time, since we're using 1 point perspective and therefore oriented towards a face on each of our boxes, we are going to block out those faces. In 1 point perspective, one of the horizontal vanishing points of our boxes is going to be at infinity, as will be one of the vertical vanishing points. As such, all of our vertical lines will run perpendicular to the horizon, and all of the horizontal lines will run parallel to it, leaving only one set of lines that converge towards our single vanishing point. So, let's draw a series of rectangles within the frame. Each rectangle will serve as a front face of a different box and will define their height and width. Now things get a little tricky. The main limitation of this exercise is that you're not allowed to draw lines all the way back to the vanishing point. That means this is going to take a great deal of estimation, which is why it's called the rough perspective exercise, not the exact perspective. So, start with just one line coming off the corner and draw it back towards the vanishing point, but only as far as the length you wish to give this box. Don't cheat by making your boxes super long. We're not aiming for cubes here, so the length doesn't need to match the height or width of your rectangles from the previous step. Again, use the ghosting method. Start out by putting little points where you want your line to start and end will help, and ghosting all the way towards the vanishing point can also help you maintain your alignment with it. But of course, you can't actually draw the line all the way back. So here we would make the little point, and which is our estimation of where the vanishing point is, and ghost our line in. So now that all three dimensions of your boxes are established, it's just a matter of figuring out the rest of the puzzle. Place points on the page for the remaining three corners of the back of the box. Remember that your horizontal lines are still running parallel to the horizon, verticals are still running perpendicular to it, and your depth lines are converging towards the horizon. With all of this in mind, try to place your points on the page in a way that maintains all of these relationships. None of this is guesswork. There are specific rules and behaviors you follow, so if at any point you feel you're not sure what your next mark should be, step back and think about it. So here we have all the points for the box made. All right. Then draw the remainder of your lines connecting the points with the ghosting method, and that's all there is to it. Just do it again for the rest of the rectangles in your frame. Once you're done a whole page, grab a pen of a different color or a pencil or something you can visibly separate from the rest of your work, and then using a ruler, take all of your depth lines, those that are meant to converge towards the vanishing point, and expand them to where they intersect with the horizon. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna see how good of a job we did. We are not plotting these red lines back to the vanishing point, just the horizon line. This will show us a concrete idea of how far off we were. There's a good chance that you'll find them not intersecting with it at the vanishing point, and you may also find that the further away your boxes are from the vanishing point, the further off they are in their alignment. This is totally normal, and it helps a great deal to go over our work in this manner to help identify where our estimation of perspective tends to drift so we know what to focus on during our next attempt. Now, the purpose of this exercise is all about separating you from the explicit reliance on plotting everything back to your vanishing point and getting used to the fact that your parallel lines converge. Due to the nature of perspective, with the innumerable vanishing points that may be necessary in a given scene, we can't necessarily rely on all of them being explicitly drawn out, especially if we don't want to spend the better years of our lives plotting it all out. As such, there's a lot of value in learning about how the lines themselves behave on their own, as well as coming to appreciate the fact that oftentimes close enough is more than good enough. Even though you've got mistakes in your estimations, the boxes are still likely to look pretty close to correct, and ultimately there are more important things than perfection when it comes to getting an idea across with visual means. Now for the common mistakes. Guessing. When adhering to a strict perspective system, 1.2.3, you immediately give up a fair bit of flexibility in terms of how the objects you're drawing will be oriented. For example, if everything is drawn according to the same two vanishing points, it will be as though everything was placed on a set grid. There is a vast advantage, however, to this. Because the orientation of objects becomes restricted, we limit the possible behavior of every line to only a few options. Many students ignore this fact, however. They lay out their vanishing points and assume they'll know by instinct how every line should behave. Instead of knowing, they guess. If you ever catch yourself guessing or uncertain about how to draw a line, stop and step back. Take a look at the system you're working with and think about the short list of possible behaviors. In 1 point perspective we are using for this exercise, you have the following behaviors. All lines that go off into the distance converge at that vanishing point. All horizontal lines run perfectly parallel to the horizon, and all vertical lines run perfectly perpendicular to the horizon. So I guess we can look at this now. And you can see where, because this is one vanishing point, these boxes are wrong. Because the horizontal lines are not parallel to the horizon, and the verticals aren't perpendicular. So it's wrong. There's there are simply no other options. Every single line will adhere to one of these three behaviors. So find which one matches the line you're trying to draw and then apply it. It is fair to say that in 1 point perspective, you can have lines that don't run parallel or perpendicular to the horizon. But these rules are going to hold fast here, however, because for the purpose of this exercise, all of our boxes are going to run parallel to the ground plane rather than being slanted or angled. So, another mistake is plotting lines back to the vanishing point. So the point of this exercise is to get used to visualizing the lines going back to the vanishing point in your mind's eye rather than actually drawing them on the page. So instead of drawing those lines, you can work on your accuracy by ghosting the lines all the way back at a good angle, then only drawing the segment required for the box you're drawing. So don't plot actual lines back to the vanishing point, do it in your head and by ghosting. Another mistake, not using 1 point perspective. Every now and then I'll have a student submit work for this exercise that has more than one vanishing point. I want you to use only one because it allows you to focus more on the challenge of aligning your lines back to that one vanishing point. Giving yourself multiple things to worry about isn't going to help you learn any quicker, instead, it'll slow you down. As such, each exercise is designed with a strategically chosen set of goals. Now, here's the example homework where you can see it's not all perfect, and that's what we're going to do.
Okie dokie. Well, let's just hop right into it then. If you need to look at the steps yourselves, then I'll link the page in here. Yeah, he probably cheated. Alright, let's try some jazz today. Remember not to rest your hand or wrist on the table. Like if you're able to learn to control it with your hand floating, think about how much you control you'll have when you go back. How's everyone doing? How far are you all? Oh yeah, that's right. We need to do 2 pages. I'm gonna save the next page for tomorrow though. Because otherwise we're gonna be here all night. So, let's just hop on to read our reward time. Hooray! Good job, everyone. You deserve a good reward. If you aren't completely done, you can just finish after the lesson with the 1 page. Few more minutes to finish up. I'm gonna start uploading. Alright, so I'm not really sure where we left off because I didn't look yesterday, but let's just start going through it. We have some submissions from yesterday with Batboy. Looking very good. Oh jeez. Oh god, that's terrifying. I love this. Oh no. Baby from hell. Oh, we got some Minecraft people here. Cute little doggo. Oh, he's in class. Oh, reading. Nice. Alright, you're starting cylinders already. There's still a bit more until we get to there, but sure. Oh, very pretty. Good job. What? Art prompt. Oh, we got the shark eating a cupcake and a cute, an obese deer. Oh, I don't remember the other one. This caged bird, yes. And we got Wookie back here. Oh no. June, sorry. Hey, you got a portrait drawn of you. Congratulations, Juno. The eggplant baby reminds me of the pear that goes lol what from about a decade ago. Jeez. Well, these are really good. Oh no, cabbage. Is this just straight? Is this without reference? That is really well drawn. Damn, that's cheating, cabbage. Alright, yeah. Honestly, you did better than I did. So good job. Ooh. Oh, the reading guy, now he has a buddy that's smoking. I like these robot guys. Look pretty neat. Oh, that's really pretty. Got a lollipop or a microphone. Oh, is that 02 with the horns? It kind of looks like a cross between a Pokemon trainer and 02. Very cool. Oh, what? All your lines are spot on. You must have cheated somehow. Also, I have a newfound respect for people who can just draw in perspective and actually hit the dot. It is way harder than I thought. I'm not sure if this was the first or the second exercise, but don't... Oh wait. Oh, I see, okay. The colors was just almost identical, never mind. Forget what I said. Remember to draw the back side of them as well, the back square. Oh no, it's the Illuminati triangle! Oh no! Oh no, he's trampling on Italy! Got Socrates pointing at Bill Cipher. Oh, nice pizza guy. You must have used a reference for this one. That can't be from memory. Oh, very cool, Lapia. Tried to draw something new. Never tried to draw a fairy before. Oh, good job! Good job challenging yourself. That's what I like to see. Going outside your comfort zone. Ooh, that's a really nice lizard, gecko. Like the little water drop. Oh, he's coming for the water drop. Nice, you even got a story in there. That's very well made. COVID destroyer. I'm not quite sure how a robotic hand is gonna destroy COVID, but you know, I'm not a scientist. Very cool. Jandro. Oh, I love chicken. Oh yeah, we got a CrossFitter, a weightlifter here, chilling on the couch. He looks swole as. Oh, I like that everything is in darkness except him. He's just illuminated. So I had a couple drawings from yesterday as well that I hadn't uploaded. Here we have like a bomb chew that's coming to destroy the cracked rock. We have this guy removing the legs from this bug. He's just kind of having fun there. And we have a snail climbing on a leaf. Got some trees in the background. And got this lizard thing. Tried a bit of shading. Very happy. I think there was a bit too much weight on his head. Like it did not seat that. So I added the rock to kind of balance him. He's resting his head, that's why. We have this fantasy landscape, whatever it is. Some geysers coming up. Kind of like a mixture of the bottom of the sea and also a lake. Very interesting. We have this guy who's playing basketball in jail. Got his little buddy saying pass the ball. Oh. Yeah, very good. Personally, I like when it's the same side that's shaded on each box, because that'll give you kind of like the illusion of a light source, I suppose. Oh, hey. Damn, this is really good. Is this with reference? Alright, it is with reference. Alright, yes. That's really good though, still. Very cool. The heck are you drawing it? Oh, you're digital. Alright. I was like, what is this pen doing? That is not a normal texture. Oh, very good. You're hitting it pretty close already. Good job. Oh, ooh, hey, not stream friendly. Alright, cool. Well, that was it for today. We need someone to continue the story. Nothing's been added to it for quite a while. So if you guys could get on that. I want to see what happens when they defeat the boss. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever remains of it. And I thank you all for showing up today. Very fun drawing with you all. Bye-bye!